Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We open up with Kimmy, Maurice, and Dr. Francis still sitting in the backyard talking about Maurice wanting more sex. Dr. Francis gave him this nice explanation of you need to appreciate her more, do things more with her, and she'll appreciate you more. Basically, if I get what I want, you'll get what you want. But all Maurice did was equated to I'll get more sex. Like seriously, dude, Himmy is so over him and his shit. Child. So Dr. Francis said that he appreciates that they can talk about, what's going on in their marriage. It's growth producing, and he just want to give them their accolades for that. And then, of course, Maurice makes a joke, of course, about wanting more sex. Then we had Marcel, Tisha, and Kimmy in the kitchen. Marcel's cooking breakfast. Tisha says she gets a message from Tiffany saying that they made it home. Come to find out, Tiffany had a speaking engagement, so that's why they left. Marcel and Tisha in their confessionals pretty much shaded Tiffany and Lou. Tisha was like, "Yeah, we got to see a different side of them." Marcel was like, "Yeah, we got to see a different side of them, and that side was fake too." And Tisha goes, "Are you being transparent about them?" He said, Marcel says, "About them, I am." Okay, so the Scott's sitting down for breakfast. First of all, I'm going to need you to put that bacon back in the pan and cook it a little longer. That bacon was not done. Now, unless it's the lighting, that bacon was not done. So Maurice says that, there was ups and downs in this retreat. Um, I ain't really see the ups and downs. Maybe they didn't show that part, but I ain't see shit. But anyway, and he said there were some takeaways that each couple can use, to build on. So Dr. Francis and his wife comes in and say good morning and everything and realizes that Tiffany and Lou are not there. They wanted to know where they were. And Letitia's going to say they couldn't take it no more. But Kimmy lets them know that Tiffany had a speaking engagement. Dr. Francis says, oh, conflict of interest. So he says that he's mildly disappointed about Tiffany and Lou leaving. He felt like there was something that Lou wanted to talk about him and his wife, but they didn't get a chance to get it out. They left for the last day. You know, he's just disappointed. Dr. Francis said each couple needs to work on trust. Now, he said each of the couples are going to say that they trust each other, but he also felt like they weren't being 100% honest. He said now there's consequences to being 100% honest at home, let alone being honest in front of a stranger. So they go into this protective mode and they learn how to say as much as they can say in front of individuals or people or strangers or whatever. So he said total honesty, nah, he don't believe that. He don't think they were given 100% honesty in this session. So we found out that Dr. Francis was an engineer. That's where he get them critical thinking skills from. But what had me laughing was when he did the hair joke, and Tisha did not get the joke. She had to look to Maurice and Kimmy and look back at Marcel to see why everybody was laughing. I mean, did anybody else peep that? So they say their goodbyes, and as Tisha's saying goodbye to Dr. Francis's wife, she lets her know that you remind me of my younger self, telling Tisha she should pretty much, work on her goals and work on her and not give so much to the family because the family ends up going away. Like the kids grow up, they move out, then what's she gonna do? That's how I took it. Yeah, I saw Marcel lurking behind and making sure he hear what she said so he can reverse what Dr. Francis' wife said. So Kimmy, Letitia, and Destiny meets up. Kimmy said she wanted to catch up with the ladies. Kimmy let it be known that she met with Mel, found out and let them know that Melanika planned their wedding, but she quit because she wanted to put Martell on blast, that Martell was cheating right before their wedding. Why Destiny eyes bug out? Come to find out, Destiny knows Melanika and Marcel. So you mean to tell me you ain't know they was messing around? Then she gonna talk. She gonna talk about she don't believe no rumors that come from Melody. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. You cannot be trusted. You is a trifling bitch. I'm telling you. Then she want to be tight-lipped about her new man. Like, get the fuck off the show, Destiny. This is a reality show. You don't want to tell us about your life? Get the fuck off the show. And then she want to be questioning Kimmy about her not being invited on a couples trip. Like, get the hell out of here. Kimmy was like, she don't even tell us about her new boo. She barely told us about her divorce. So what? I mean, what does she expect? So now Mel is public enemy number one to you. Like, I know Mel helped you out so much. So what's your real issue with Mel? I'm really trying to understand. You gonna keep that a secret too? Child, these friends that came through Martell in the marriage, child. I don't know about Destiny. You sure you ain't had something with Martell? So the guys meet up: Martell, Maurice, Marceau, and Big Lou. Martell come in looking like Rico Suave with his shirt damn near down to his belly button unbuttoned. Marceau is in a suit. Big Lou don't believe in what Dr. Francis said to him. He feel like there was no help and he won't be taking the advice that Dr. Francis gave him. Lord, you sound ridiculous. Like, you and Tiffany wasn't even receptive to what he was saying. Like, y'all was so offensive. Like, what the hell? Like Dr. Francis said, it's they learn to say what enough, just enough in the public. Like, why did y'all come on a reality TV show if y'all not going to share y'all lives fully with the world? I don't understand. But on another note, he was excited about being closer to the Scots. Like, the fuck? So Marcel said that the rope challenge helped him a lot. It let him know that what they have may be unorthodox, but it works for them. What do you mean it's unorthodox? What do you mean by that? Another thing that annoyed me, which is going back to Lou, he says that Dr. Francis was attacking him. Where? He was not attacking you. It was a couples therapy session. Like, how was he attacking you? He was challenging you, giving you things to deal, exercise to deal with in your marriage so y'all can grow in your marriage. Like, he was not attacking you. What the hell? So Maurice said the rope challenge showed him that, he has a plan, but if Kimmy ain't on that plan, it ain't gonna work. So he said he has to focus, like, what's going on between him and Kimmy, and leave the outside noise out of their marriage. Oh Lord. So Martell reveals that he wants to get married again, and in his confessional, he said he loved marriage and he actually missed what he had in his marriage. That's no surprise, okay? And you're mad at Mel for leaving your ass, okay? So he claims when he get married again, he would cherish it more than he did his previous marriage. All right, Martell. So Melody stops by Martell's house. Of course, she says she called first. She wanted to have a discussion with Martell about Miss Wanda speaking on their children, particularly Sugar Mama and the paternity of Sugar Mama. Martell was like, "What?" So basically, they was like, if they don't agree on nothing else, they agree on their kids, and they're gonna stand up for their kids because they can't protect themselves. And Melody brings up a great point, like her kids and their legacy, like with the great things that they're gonna be doing. That if somebody Googled them, Miss Wanda shouldn't be coming up, and I totally agree with that. Like, she's too old to be doing that because ain't nobody talking about her daughter's children. Like, come on, Miss Wanda. So Martell says that their communication has been better and it's better for the kids. And Melody was like, since the communication is better, she was like, she's taking the kids to Florida. I guess this is a place they always took the kids. And she invites Martell, come up for a couple of days to spend some time with them. Then they show a scene with Destiny with her baby Law, trying to get her little what is it, relaunch of her Madani store open, talking to her somebody that's helping her assistant get it together. Then her boo called, her new boo. She decided to reveal her new boo on the show. She's known him for 13 years, but once he found out they were divorced, he decided that he couldn't let her go. Girl, she's in another long distance relationship. Girl, and did you notice when Martell asked how long they were seeing each other, she didn't give that answer? I wonder why. So Martell is at the wine rack. It's a black-owned wine store. He sent them some bottles of wine. He wants them to taste this to see if they want to carry his wine in the store. He invites Destiny for moral support, and of course she's late or whatever. They never gave him an answer if they're going to carry the wine or not, but the lady did like his wine. So Destiny goes into talking about how she's relaunching or reopening or whatever soft launch of Madani again, and Martell needs to be there. Martell wanted to know if she's inviting Melody, and as soon as he asked that question, she's putting a drink to her mouth. That damn shit is played out. Destiny, answer the motherfucking question. So she says that it's not time. That's not the place for her and Melanie not to, to talk or whatever. Girl, get the hell out of here. Martell asks her, is her boo coming? She said, no, he's not coming. He asks how long they've been dating. She says, long enough. She don't want to get that timeline. Again, I ask, I wonder why. So she brings up the conversation that Kimmy had with her and Letitia about Melnika, telling Mel about Martell cheating in the wedding. Martell asks her, do you know why that came up? And she says random. Now she done sat here, Destiny done sat here and told a whole lie, because they asked Kimmy, how did that come up? And Kimmy said, well, I brought it up by letting her know that Melnika was in Atlanta. So why are you sitting there telling Martell that it was random when it wasn't random? So in Destiny's little big head, she thinks she's protecting Martell by saying, I just want to let you know what's being perpetuated. It ain't being perpetuated because Martell did deal with that woman at one point back in the day. And he gonna sit up here on this show and talking about, well, that was 13, 14 years ago. I never looked at another woman. Lord Martell, you can't even keep your lies straight. And Destiny, you can't be trusted. You sat up there and said you was a real friend to Mel. Nah, real friends don't do that. I don't care if y'all fall out. Real friends don't do that. Melody ain't out here saying shit about you, but you steady talking about Mel. Horrible. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Come down in the comment section if y'all want to talk about this episode. Thanks again for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. See you in the next episode. Peace.